Welcome back. This is the pointing job. We've already started half of it. We've got, well, more than half, 3/4. So we've got like a quarter left. I'll just start recording it so I can show you the process of it being done. We're all in cement. This is it, but it's damp and it looks absolutely awful. So hopefully this lime will dry walls out a bit, and it's going to look a hell of a lot better than that. This is the bit that we've already pointed up. Oh, I've missed an hole there already, so we've still got to snag this, so we're going to be looking at all these holes and filling them all in. But yeah, that's the bit we've done. Right, let's crack on and get this bit done. This is the line we're using, look, an HL 3.5. It tells you about your mixers and stuff, look, depending what you want. We're doing it what we're doing, 2 sand to 1 lime we're doing. So it says 1 and 1 below DPC, 1 to 2 external copings, cappings, parapets, sills. It's basically your pointing mix as well. Internal walls, it tells you to mix. And yeah, facing solid construction, 1 in 3 if you're building bricks. But yeah, people change mix all the time, and it's laid up for heritage grounds and all, what have you. £25 a bag plus VAT I paid for that. I had to go to York for it as well, which was a nightmare. Because to get it over here, what a week delivery, I couldn't wait a week. So yeah, that's the lime. Right, it's pretty much ground out. I'm going to start there. I've done this little bit yesterday while he was finishing that off. There's just a bit to grind at the bottom. And some joints we've probably missed somewhere. Right, I've already put 14 shovels of that in. So we're going to be doing 2 sharp sand to 1 hydraulic lime. So I want 8 of these in. Right, we're going to mix it up dry first, because if you mix it wet, put water in, it'll start lumping with lime. So we're going to mix it dry, and then you add the water afterwards and give it a really good mix. Right, we'll add some water. Right, just keep adding bits of water then. You don't want any plasticizer in it, nothing. Just your lime and your sand. And that's it. So we have it pretty wet because these bricks don't stain very much, so the wetter, and it dries out really fast. So we want it quite wet because it's just drying out too fast with these brick. So we've got it quite wet, and then we're going to wet this wall up as well. Right, we're going to give it a good swirl. We need it nice and damp, just because it dries out that fast on these brick. Get all rubbish out of it as well. It's already had a swirl, 1 swirl like, but I can still see muck coming out. Do that side as well. And then what I've got is a little bottle I'll show you in a bit as well, so when it dries out I can just squirt that on after if it starts drying on my wall. Alright, so we've got a good depth look with this. And these bits of cement, we've left them on because some of them, if you pull them off, it pulls all the brick off, so it has got a little bit of cement on them. And then I'm going to chisel. We can't get grinding, so this is going to be chiseled out by hand. But I'm going to get a bit of pointing in first, and then we'll just, these joints that are missed, we'll just chisel these out by hand later. So I've got a Coke bottle, I've drilled an hole in it, look, so when it does start going off, I can just squirt it in like that. I can also wet up my lime with that. Right, so I've just got bucket trowel and mastic trowel, finger trowel, whatever they're called these days. Everybody's got a different name for these. Basically, it was a pointing trowel, I've grinded it down because I couldn't get rid of one of these. That's a nice thickness. And then tap your lime down And then you just want to put your trowel up to the wall, you just squeeze it in like that, keep squeezing it in. And once you've got it in, push as hard as you can, really pack it in, and then that's it. Try and just getting it, we're just giving it a flat finish, and then we can just carry on. And the main thing is to just pack it in as hard as you can. So you want it to stick to the back, so I always go over it a few times, like that. Get a bit more in. I've got this end to do. You want it wet enough really, so when you're picking it up off your trowel, you can actually get it. This is a little dry because I'm dropping a bit, but you can have it drier if you want. But I find it easier like this. Or you can do when you do your thingy joints, your straight joints, you can wear a glove and pack it in like that if you really want to. There's loads of different ways of doing it, but this is my way. I like doing it this way. Find it a lot easier, and it is pretty quick. You can also get a hawk instead of a trowel. Right, got an hawk, and I quite like this, to be fair, it goes in quick enough. We'll get a few of these and then we'll put a couple of other joints in. But yeah, it is quite lime. It's really, well, it's horrible stuff. So, you know, you wouldn't want to be laying bricks with it. You'd have to make it really wet. But you don't want to put out in it, no plasticizer or anything, or it just won't go off. These are quite big joints as well here on these bricks. So I just turn it that way for when I'm getting in, but I'm going to be chiseling this bit out yet behind this pipe. And then the perps, just get it on. And then you're just shoving it in as hard as you can, scrape it off. I'm not even bothered about going like this, because later on I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it once we get it, once it starts drying on us. So literally just forcing it in and just leaving it like that for now. And another 2 steps we've got to take on this to make it nice. But main thing is you're just trying to work it back as much as you can. Just really squeeze it in. I mean, I'm bending trowel here getting this in. Then I know it's going to stick. If it doesn't stick, you'll know when it starts drying. If you haven't forced it back enough, or your mixer's too dry, you'll see cracks. And you know it hasn't stuck right then. If it's cracking up, it's not right. And then below me I've got some sheets as well, because whatever drops on the floor I can reuse. Just knock it back up a little bit if it dries out and just reuse it. So wheels with this lime, it's actually been going off in a couple of hours where we want to be just going over it. So it doesn't seem to matter how good we wet this wall up or how wet we have as mix, it's still going off pretty fast, but it's actually not that cold at the minute, so in winter time it's going to take you a lot longer. I mean, I've done it in winter before and it can take a full day or even more to dry out before you can finish it. So I've got that in lot. these cables need taking off, and then that needs chiseling out. All the way down there, I'm just doing that bit. Tim's just cleaning up so we can get paid for this job, because we've been doing it off and on for like 3 weeks, so I haven't been paid for a lot of my jobs, so I'm running out of cash. So I'll get I've written an invoice out last night, so I'll invoice them tonight, and we'll get it all cleared up, and then we can get paid for that one. So this is that bottle, look, hold it top, and then you just squirt it in your joints and they dry out, and just go over middles then. There we go. Josh started pointing up that bit, but he's got some up with him. Got bellyache or something, so keeps going to throw up. So I don't want him near me anyway. Just ate van. It's Friday today, so Tim's laughing his head off. I said to him, you should have stopped at home, but it didn't start well. I picked him up at 7 and he just started with it, so he started gipping in car. So you're alright, and then by then we're at work then, like, so. He's stuck here for the day, so he's probably asleep in van now, like. Try and get him out later when we're tidying up.
Like a light.
He's out like a light, yeah. I just had to take him home and all to my house, like, for to go to the toilet, so I hope I don't bloody catch it. I'm gonna have to clean up bathroom when I get back. Right, anyway, wet that up. We're ready to go again. So I'm just gonna get this in off camera, and then this stuff here. See how I can press it, look, and it ain't doing out, so that's pretty much ready. But I'm going to point that up because you can leave it a couple of hours, it doesn't really matter because it's just setting at a minute. Right, let's crack on, see you in a bit. Right then, I've had my dinner and this should be off. I'll do this because I'm on this dodgy thing. Right, so what we do is you need a stick. We're going to stick point it. Basically using end of my brush, it's all worn down, look. So, motorbikes. So yeah, so get your stick. You can do it with a bit of baton or anything like that, really. I prefer brush because we're going to be using this brush in a minute. So what you do is just go along your joints, try and keep them flush. We're just scraping it so we can see aggregate. Then you just scrape it along like this, get it all off face. You'll know when it's ready because it'll just come off everything you're doing. That's going to be tough getting it back of these pipes. It took ages last time. And then joints with mist, look, we just get these out later when we chisel that. We always go over it, so we'll get bulking in, then we go back and snag, because it all needs checking anyway, because there's always something you've missed somewhere or something. So we always snag it when we're cleaning up and stuff. We'll go snag it. There's still a bit of snagging on that to finish off. Right, I'm back on it. I had to Tim knocked cable out of fibre, so someone just had to come out and fix it. So that's been an hour. Now it's pretty tough to get off now, because it's an hour over what I wanted. But this is basically what you do, just scrape it back like that. Yeah, this house was built in 1800 and something. They don't really know proper date because it ain't on any logs. There's a church there, look, see them gravestones, they're 1800s as well, right at back. They don't really know the date of this, so it's got no damp in it, or no damp proof or outlet in it. Let a bit pop out there. Just rub it in. That's it. And then, anyway, once you've done this, once you've got this done, this is where you go over it, so it's quite rough at the minute, and then you just give it a good hard brush, really get in there. So if you want colour changing on this, you basically, all you can do is add different sand. So if you want it darker, use darker sand. Otherwise, this goes, this is, well, we were just going back to original, so this is quite light. So this dries quite light, this stuff. But you can darken it up with different sand. But that's it, it's just pretty easy really. You just go over what you've missed. I mean, I haven't done it all, I'm just brushing it for the camera really. And just give it a good scrub. And then, step back a bit. That's it, that's the finish we're looking for. Looks well nice. Pretty much alright with all this lot now. Yeah, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about doing it yourself, DIYing it, could you do it? Yes, definitely could. It's not that hard. I've got our Josh, he's never done it before, and he's been putting it in, and basically doing all lot, finishing it, and it just looks exactly the same as mine. Only difference is with builders, they get it done a lot faster, but apart from that, I reckon if you want to do it yourself, you could. You what? What, bags? Well, we can move it all again on thingy. Yeah, just put them all over here. I can get paid for that. Yeah, a bit of a clean. Yeah. That's it, pretty much done. We've just washed the joint out down at the bottom, which Josh is just filling. Well, yeah, looks really nice. I like the way lime looks, really good. So this is it, lot. So we did leave them bits of cement in, but they look fine, look, when they're in. Otherwise it would have been another week or two chiseling little bits of cement off, and you can't see them anyway. So yeah, this is what we've done, lot. Those damp bits are just where we've swilled all windows down and washed up. So we went from there right down to that end. So this is 2 houses, that's one big house to there, and then this house here. There were 80 square metres in total on this job. Church there, wouldn't mind pointing that, that'd be a good job, wouldn't it? Nice. Yeah, so if you want to know what I charged for all this, there were 80 metres in total, and I charged £4,300, which comes out at 50, I think it was, I've just done it on calculator by the way, I haven't worked it out, £53.75 a metre it came out for this. But saying that, this was a lot harder to grind, and I lost about a day or so messing about. So really, I'd probably say you want to be like £60 a metre on it, just to cover you for them days that I will be behind. Well, that's what I'd charge anyway. This is just what I would charge. So next time I got a job like this, it'd be £60 a metre. So 80 metres won't include windows or doors, that's subtracting all that. But yeah, so not a bad price, split between two, so it's not too bad for them. Right then, that is it. So jobs we're doing next, I do not know. We're going to be here, there and everywhere. Might record a couple of day jobs, or if not, we'll see you on the block paving job, which is starting in a week or so. Yeah, a week. I've got another week doing bits, and then we're going to do that block paving job. It's for my brother, that, so we're plenty of recording in that, because he ain't bothered about me recording and stuff. Right, anyway, if you like it, give us a like, subscribe, drop us a comment if you want, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, bye.